You are listening to the Debug School podcast, powered by Debug School of Tech. It's not about code, it's about clarity. Let's be honest, everybody wants to learn something new. Maybe it's design, product management, coding, or even video editing, or any technical skill. But the question is always the same: what's the fastest way to learn it? Well, the truth is there is no magic formula. The fastest way to learn a skill is to actually stay with it. Most people don't fail because they are slow learners. They fail because they keep restarting. They start one course today, then they jump to another one next week, and before they know it, nothing sticks. If you really want to learn fast, stop trying to speed run the process. Slow down, pick one thing, and go deep. That's how it starts to make sense. I remember when I started learning tech, I made the same mistake, really. I jumped from design to coding to different skills, but then the moment I stayed with one skill long enough to actually understand it, everything began to make sense. Now, the secret is not to rush. You don't have to rush. The secret is to be consistent, because learning happens when you stop chasing new information and start practicing what you already know. And don't compare your progress. Everyone's path is different. What takes someone 2 months might take you 6. But what matters is that you actually get it. So if you're listening to this right now and you've been trying to learn something new, here is what I'll tell you. Pick one skill, stick with it for 3 months, study every day, practice what you learn, and don't move until you start to get it. That's your real fast track. Because sometimes the fastest way to move forward is actually to slow down and stay consistent. So I have a very quick trick that I would like to share with you in this podcast. Let's say, for example, you want to become a software engineer. Now, that's a perfect example. Now, software engineering is very diverse, very, very complex. And the best thing to do is you need to first understand what it really means. If you don't understand what it means, you can't really be good at the job. So the fastest way is to try to understand what it means. You need to understand data structures and algorithm. You need to understand the different type of languages that we have, the frameworks, the libraries. This help you focus on the key area that you need to focus on. So the best way is go to YouTube and search for introductions to software engineering. Try to fully understand everything. Now, while studying these introductory videos, look for videos that are at a maximum 15 minutes. Now, introductory videos are always very, very short and precise. No sugarcoating. They just go straight to the point. They tell you key things you need to know. Now, just focus on those ones. Start with them. Just take it one step at a time. Now, the truth is, if you go ahead to pick 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours video, they go straight to the point, teach you everything you need to know, which is perfect. But the fastest way to get this is go for an introductory short video. Now, after you've been able to do that, now step 2, use ChatGPT or any AI tool. I recommend ChatGPT. Now, ask questions about that role. So we're using software engineering as a case study. Ask questions about software engineering. What does it mean? What tools do they use? Where do they work? How do you get started? Now, ChatGPT is going to be your personal learning advisor. Now, ask every question you need to know about software engineering. ChatGPT will break it down for you, but note, you need to let ChatGPT understand that you are a newbie, you're not familiar with these things. Now, just go ahead, get every information you need to get about this too. But don't forget, you need to let ChatGPT know that you are not familiar with this tech skill yet. So step 3, ask ChatGPT how you can blend your current role with this new role, the tools and the skill. Now the reason for this is when you're transitioning from a different sector into tech, there are some personal skills that you've acquired which can be very, very useful in your new skill. Now, still on software engineering, let's say you've been an accountant all along, you worked in a bank, you work in the fintech sector. So by the time you become a software engineer, you would easily perform well when you're being assigned to work on a fintech product. Why? Because you're fully aware, you fully understand everything about accounting and finances. So it becomes very, very easy. You see, that way your previous role is not redundant. It's very much useful. So regardless of any technical skill you want to venture into, try to do a research, try to find out how you could mix your previous role with the new technical role you want. Now with this, it helps you build up experience quickly. So you're not just going to start working on projects that you're not familiar with. You'll be working on projects that you have a knowledge of. All you just need is the technical skill to code and build up the project. Now, step 4, we are still on ChatGPT. Tell ChatGPT that you need a way to learn the basics of this role, at least to the level of you being able to do the job well. So ChatGPT will give you some guide, follow up on the guide, get familiar with key things you need to get familiar with. Just pick it one step at a time. Just follow the ChatGPT guide. You trust me, you get it right. Now moving on to step 5. Now ask ChatGPT task questions. What type of job will you be doing in these roles? And you need to get some practice questions. This is more of like a kind of a mock test. You've been practicing a little bit. Now you need to test out theoretically, practically, what the little things you've been learning. Now don't forget, at this stage you are still not writing full code. You're still coming up gradually, but theoretically you're very, very sound on what you're trying to go into. So by the time you jump into the skill itself, the technical part, the complex part, it becomes very easy. Aside from becoming easy, it becomes less stressful, it becomes less boring, and you've automatically created a path for yourself, which makes the whole learning experience very easy and fast. Now the next stage, which is step 6, still the same ChatGPT. Start asking questions about the top tools. What are the tools and softwares that you could use? And tell ChatGPT to provide you video tutorials from YouTube. Now ChatGPT will direct you to the actual tool. So as a software engineer, if ChatGPT recommends JavaScript for you, then it targets you, connects you to videos that are related to JavaScript. Now the essence of all this is, by the time you get to step 6, you have already been able to understand everything about software engineering. You already know where they work, what they do, the tools they use. So by the time ChatGPT is recommending a JavaScript video to you, you already know theoretically what JavaScript is. So by the time you start learning the basics of programming, even during step 2, 3, you would have learned some key things about programming. Now, areas where you don't understand, always indicate ChatGPT to give you a layman understanding and give you use cases, give you some real life scenarios about those key things. So it makes the whole learning experience very, very easy and fast. Now, these steps are steps that you could easily take within days or weeks. Now, moving on, we go into step 7. Now, once you are confident enough that you are been able to feed yourself with introduction, fundamentals about this tech skill, now you can feel free to enroll in a tech school, get a Udemy course, start taking all the videos and certifications, and you're good to go. Now, why is it like that? Why do we have to go through this journey? The reason is simple. If I am to record a software engineering course for you, I am going to record this course based on my understanding, based on my experience. Now, I'm a front-end engineer, and I work with Node.js, I work with Next.js, and several other frameworks and libraries. I haven't been coding in a while. Now, if I'm going to prepare a course for you, or if I'm going to teach you one-on-one or in any form, I am going to teach you JavaScript frameworks and libraries, mostly React. And that is what I'm going to teach you because that is what I know. So if you are learning something for the very first time and you jump into the course directly, you will be learning based on what the person is capable of sharing with you. So which is like half of what you're supposed to know, which is not bad. But if you're really considering being able to quickly transition, being able to get better at what you do, you need these 7 core steps. They are very easy, very short, straightforward. I'm just going to go through it again. Step 1, go to YouTube, search for an introductory video, and then sit on it. Just make sure the videos are 15 minutes maximum, 20 minutes maximum. Step 2, ask ChatGPT questions about the role, what it means, how to get started. Then step 3, ask ChatGPT how you can blend in your current role into this new role that you are trying to learn. Then step 4, ask ChatGPT questions about the basics of this new role. Then step 5, ask ChatGPT questions like what type of job would you be doing in this role if you eventually get the job. Step 6, still on the same ChatGPT, get the top tools and software that you need to use and ask for practice questions like mock tests, mock questions. Step 7, if you're confident enough, then you can go ahead and start learning those skills. Whether it's a kind of an online course that you have to take 3 months, 6 months, with the little things you're going to learn at that point in time, you are already on your way to the top. Okay, so let me know what you think about this. I would appreciate your feedback. Thank you. See you in the next episode.